And we're back at the DevSec 2023 podcast sponsored by Cisco, and we're in a very unusual place here. We're in a container fitted out like a hospitality suite in the actual concourse of the convention center here in Halifax. And we're here with our good friends from Barrier Marine Services, all the way from Scotland. Martin, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and the company?
Hi, I'm Martin. I work for Barrier Marine, who's part of the Barrier Group, and I'm out here to speak to the local shipbuilding companies about the potential for us to support them with architectural outfitting and HVAC and whatever other services we believe we can support and add value with.
Now, Martin, you work the pen, and this gentleman here works the tools.
Yes.
So, Dave, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Dave Henderson. I'm the construction manager for Barrier Marine Services, and I'm currently working in North Vancouver with projects ongoing at the moment.
Dave, do you want to tell us a little bit about the projects you're working on in Vancouver?
Yes, we're currently working on a vessel for the Coast Guard, and we've also been awarded another 7 vessels. One is the Polar 1, which is an icebreaker, and the other is 6 MPV vessels. Fantastic.
Martin, now this is your second DevSec show.
Yes.
You've been at CanSec twice.
Yes.
Always a bit of a challenge with you at CanSec.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but as your second DevSec show, your first time, look and see. Second time, what a present you've brought.
Yes.
You have the biggest booth, there's no doubt about it. Martin, tell us the importance of the Canadian defence sector for you at Barrier and developing that business.
Well, Barrier, a few years back before my time coming back to Barrier, started the negotiation discussions with C-SPAN over in Vancouver, and through the discussions were very successful and appreciate being awarded the work that David just mentioned. Now, my responsibility is to develop that to Central Canada and Atlantic Canada, hence the reason why I came here last year, and hence the reason why I've came to make a bigger presence this year with the container, and also to develop the relationships that I've already made and to hopefully glean the opportunities that are available, because we know that there's going to be an awful lot of ships being built here. So I'm speaking with Davey, I'm speaking with Irving, speaking to other people round about the supporting cast to these shipbuilding projects that are coming, that we know that we can support, and eventually we believe and we understand that we may end up drifting away, but hopefully in our hearts we're believing that we're really wanting to achieve and leave a legacy where the shipbuilding industry in Canada in 10 years' time is strong, and the people that we've taken on as apprentices now in the next few years are now running the jobs, and we'll then disappear back to the UK.
Well, that's a perfect scenario that Canada would like to see play out. Now, Barrier does business a little bit differently. They build it all and then they put it on the ship. Is that correct, David?
Currently,
is that how it works?
Currently, right now, yes. What we are focusing on is making sure that the people we take on are fully trained. We have our own training school. We've tied up with the union, because obviously the workforce have to be unionised. So we've tied up with the union with a training school. We're also investing a lot into manufacturing. Currently, right now, within the module here is about 85% of Canadian content, and the remainder we're looking to set up manufacturing within North Vancouver.
Wow. So the container we're in here now, 85% Canadian content with a goal to make it 100%.
Yes.
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 Wow. Walk us through the container. Tell me, what space am I in now?
Basically, you're standing in the recreation room, so this is where people would come in and rest and watch the TV or whatever they wish to do. They've also got the facility of an office, so the individual can sit and do whatever office work he wants to do in the computer and such like. The module itself demonstrates the products being from flooring to wall panels to furniture. So within the module, you've got, in this area, you've got the carpet, you've got vinyl. We'll go into the next area, which is demonstrating the galley.
Okay,
So
let's
here-
walk in there, yeah.
So basically in here, this demonstrates a galley because it's all stainless steel. Obviously because it's for keeping it clean and such like. The ceilings, the wall panels. Again, this was all manufactured in Canada and supplied to us, and we installed it. The flooring products in here are rubber tiles and epoxy. Epoxy is used in all the wet areas, and rubber tiles can be used in gyms, rec rooms and such like. You can see as well we've got electric heaters in here as well.
The final space then is the living quarters, I guess?
Yes it is. This is classed as a one-man cabin. So basically there's the bunk bed, he has his own, the person has their own individual TV, they have the furniture with all the cabinets, but also they have their own washroom in here. So this accommodates for the toilet, the WC, the wash hand basin and the shower.
Well, I can tell you this, that the first cabin I had on a ship in 1985, there was 57 people in it. This is a little bit different.
Yes, it's in years past, you know, my experience is about 30 years offshore in the rigs. We used to have 6-man cabins, 8-man cabins, but now under the new laws and regulations, they've got to come back into 2-man cabins, 1-man cabin, wherever feasible.
Martin, the fit and finish in here is simply spectacular.
Thank you.
There's no doubt about it. Quality is paramount in the company, and you're delivering an incredible product. There has to be a lot of interest in Martin by the Canadian shipbuilders,
Well,
whether it's Irving, Seaspan, Davy or Handel, they're all
Yes.
looking to see what you're doing.
Yes, well, that's why I'm here, to build this interest in, when we're not here, the memory of the cabin, and you know, come and see it, walk in it, touch it, feel it. The memory stays. Then when they're having meetings next month, whenever, we're in their memory, we're in their thought process, and we become part of the discussion as the solution and a help to build the ships. Now, one of the things you were going to mention earlier was the prefabricated cabin concept, which Dave is very experienced with, where we will build this off-site or close by and ship them in, and then you can slide them in, and normally the HVAC and the electric boxes here and the wet unit, everything gets done from the outside, so you don't walk in here until you're signing off the cabin.
What an incredible offering you're bringing over to Canada. There's no doubt they've got to be excited about it.
I think so, and I hope so.
Yeah, I can. You could feel it. I remember a couple of years ago. It was, who's Barrier again? Now you're a player in the space down there. People know who you are. You guys have got the right model, and I think the key to the model is you want to bring the technology over, you want to bring the know-how over, but you want to leave behind a legacy of developing a workforce.
Yes,
That's right, and we want to pass on our experience. You know, we're not getting any younger. And obviously as a younger generation coming up, but we want to be able to pass on our experience.
Speak for yourself.
Go home and know that we've passed on something.
I can tell you this, fellas, it's been an absolute pleasure to see you here at the show. You've got a fantastic product, but more than all of that, you got the right attitude about building it, and we appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much, and we appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, thank you.